G'day everyone, it's Bo from GrowthWise. This week I've been looking at various different RPA tools, and for those of you that aren't familiar with what RPA is, it stands for Robotic Process Automation. What it is software that can control your web browser, your desktop, and even your mobile phone to be able to automate repetitive tasks. For those of you that are familiar with it, you're probably looking at my screen right now going, why do you have Apple shortcuts on your screen then? That's what we're going to jump into today as an example. All right, let's start with the example. So you will need a Mac for this. Shortcuts is an OS X or iOS device only application. So for this example, you will need a Mac. What we're going to do is click on Safari. Once it opens up, we're going to click on the Safari menu and then we're going to go to Settings. Once we're in the Settings area, we're going to click on the Advanced tab. And down the bottom, you'll see a checkbox that says Show Features for Web Developers. We're going to check on that. And you'll notice there's two other tabs that now show up. We've got Developer and Feature Flags. What we're going to do is click on Developer, and we're then going to turn on Allow JavaScript from Apple Events. The reason we're turning this on is when we do the automation later, it's actually going to require that to be turned on to have browser interaction. So now that that's done, we're all good with that part of it. The next thing that we're going to need to do is sign into Xero. So you should be able to see on my screen now, we are logged into Xero and we're sitting on the dashboard, or the soon to be known as homepage of the Xero demo organization. Now you should be able to run this shortcut on other Xero organizations as well, provided that you start with the dashboard page. So what I'm going to do now is we'll open up shortcuts, and you can see we've got this tile that says Xero Apple RPA example. That will not be in your computer by default, but you can download it from the description or from our GitHub page so that you can try this yourself. So to open it up, you just double click on the shortcut. And then once you're in here, you can see everything that it's going to do as well. And all we need to do is click on the play button and it'll start executing the browser flow. So I'm just going to do that now. So you can see in the background, I'm just going to click on that. No hands. This is all automated. It's going to extract the PDF reports from each page that it lands on. Now, this is a really simple RPA example, but I just wanted to show it to be able to show people what you can do with something that's already on your Mac. You don't need to get UiPath or Power Automate or any of these other tools. You can actually utilize something that you already have. So now that this has downloaded everything, that's the end of the workflow there, by the way. It should download those 3 reports. If we go into Finder, you can then see that those 3 reports have downloaded. At the start of this video, you would have heard me mention that I was looking at multiple different RPA tools. Now, Apple Shortcuts really isn't an RPA tool, but you can make it do it. Obviously, as you've seen in the video, we just wanted to use that as an example that other OS X users would be able to simply try. If you are interested in this topic more, some of the brands that I have on the screen are probably where I would start. You've got Automation Anywhere, Microsoft Power Automate, and UiPath. I would probably recommend starting with Microsoft Power Automate if you're a Windows user, because you can get access to that program if you have a Microsoft subscription, which a lot of you will now for things like Excel, for example. So Power Automate is normally included in that suite, and it's also much easier to use in terms of not having to specifically understand code to develop a RPA workflow. Thanks for watching the video, everyone. If you do want to try this yourself, the description below has all the resources you need. We've also got this particular project on our GitHub page, as I mentioned in the video. If it's been helpful for you, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel. Cheers.